We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and SidescrollersPodcast.com. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to you. Hi, I'm Stuttering Craig. Good to see you guys. Glad you're with us today. Man, oh man, do we got a lot to talk about. It is all over the place in the world of video games and entertainment. And my, oh my, do we have a great group of folks to chat with today, including the normal man herself, Blabs.
I'm a man now. Anyway, hello guys. Yes, it's the day, Thursday. The chat was like, they're here, they want to hear me yell, so hello. That's
yes,
later.
We will. Right now, Blabs has a muzzle on, and then later on, I'm going to unleash it, and she's going
Hashtag
right?
muzzled blabs.
Hashtag muzzled Blabs. Let's get it trending.
That's been a thing for like years now. Epic Mike started that.
Muzzled Blabs?
Yeah.
Why is that?
He just wanted me to shut up. That's all.
Oh, okay. Muzzle Blabs.
Yeah.
Muzzle Blabs or muzzled?
Muzzle.
Okay, well, we're going to muzzle you. Yes, okay. Sounds good. Well, we're glad you're with us today, as always, Blabs.
Oh, thank you. The one time he says it.
And what the hell's up with these glasses?
It's just I've slept for 3 hours, so I look like shit today. So it's
Is that what we're doing today? We're doing glasses?
well, the thing is, these after like 5 minutes, they really hurt my nose, so I have to take them off. They're really heavy.
Flip them over. That's what we got. You can do that.
Yeah, but they still hurt. They're like super heavy.
Well, I don't want to hear you complaining about it.
All right, fine.
Hey, let's bring in a couple fine lads, normal men who have glasses themselves, which I feel like I'm going to be missing out if
I was wearing them this morning. Does that count?
Put your you have glasses? Pop them on.
I wear glasses. I have my contacts in now.
Put them on.
I'm not putting my glasses over my contacts. I won't be able to see. It cancels that out.
No. Double vision. You'd have double extra good vision.
Yeah, that's terrible. It's awful.
Oh my God. Hey, let's bring in this normal man from Red Bandana Gaming. It's Logan. Hello, buddy.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hey, great to see you. Hey, you doing all right?
I can't complain. What about you guys?
Oh, pretty good. For those who don't know, when Logan came into the pre-show, which, but when I say those who don't know, I mean everybody
Literally
watching.
everyone doesn't know Craig.
Yes. When Logan came into the pre-show, we were actually wearing the exact same Normal Man shirt, which is available right now over at sidescrollersmerch.com. So go pick that up.
Great shirt.
It's a great shirt.
Really comfortable too.
Thank you. So I had to run to my room and go grab another shirt, which, by the way, I'm going to make all these shirts available. All the shirts that we had throughout the year that we pulled off after a month. I'm going to have like a week-long sale. Maybe next week we'll do that. We'll do a week-long where all the shirts are available.
Christmas sale.
Yeah, why not? It'll be good.
I'll buy another one.
Sounds great. Excellent. Well, you're looking great today, looking sharp, ready
Thank
to
you,
go.
sir.
Glad you're with us today. Also joining us today on this wonderful Thursday, dressed in wonderful retro blue, also with glasses, the normal man, Roddy. Rodimus Primal in the house. What's up, Roddy?
Ba weep grana weep ninny bong, as everybody's saying in the chat. I am wearing my kicking it old school t-shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And I've got my Energon goodie right here, so we're all good.
All right, nice. We'll do show and tell in a little bit.
Yeah, I know, because I showed that to you guys
Right off
before.
the bat.
That's right. But we're glad you boys are with us today. We're going to have a good one today. We got a lot to talk about. So, God, we have, let's see, just on the run sheet, a potential presidential candidate coming out of the content creation space, which just sounds horrible. We have a follow-up on the Wicked Doll situation where they put the porno site URL. We have a follow-up on that. We have the Huak Tuah girl getting into a ridiculous scam. All of her good graces are gone, which, man, what a fall from grace in just 2 short months. You'd think that, like, when your entire reputation is based around spitting on wieners.
Whatever happened to the I didn't do it boy?
Well, right. I didn't do it. You talking about what? Bart Simpson?
Yes.
I didn't do it.
Yes. Remember that?
I didn't do it. Nobody can. Yeah, right. You didn't prove anything, right? I wanted to talk about this today. A classic video game from back in the day is going virtual reality. And I'm very intrigued to hear your thoughts on this. VR headset and all. So I'm very intrigued to hear your thoughts on this as well. Dragon Age Veilguard doesn't want to talk about how well or not well it's doing. Of course, we have Blabs taking the muzzle off and talking about the Harry Potter updates. And
To be fair, I'm good. I never talk about it on the show.
I know. That's why I'm very excited to hear you talk about it.
I'm well behaved. I shut up sometimes.
Shut up, woman.
Okay.
And then, of course, we're going to get into this Squid Game stuff where, man, oh man, have they opened up the rabbit hole on this one. And it is quite hilarious. And we're going to finish up with a nice little palate cleanser, a game that I can truly get behind. I'm very excited about that. With that said, we always like to start the show with Today in Video Game History. Blabs, what do we have today?
Okie dokies. December 5th, we have this one's for Roddy. Beast Wars Transformers, releasing in 1997. We have Mario Tennis Power Tour, releasing in 2005. And then we have Fortune Street, releasing in 2011. Ta-da!
Fortune
That's
Street.
funny because Logan and I were both kind of talking about this on Twitter about the Beast Wars game, which is, by the way, a pretty terrible game. But
go, Blabs.
there's a conflicting report about December 2nd and December 5th being the actual release date for that game. And for a second, when you posted that up, I was like, wait a minute, the show didn't come out on December 5th because it aired April 22nd and September. I knew the dates, so it's like,
Yeah, and then I looked it up on Wikipedia and I was like, Wikipedia is not always right, but it still had the 2 different dates. So, but I just remember that PS1 game. So,
and I had it on PC CD-ROM and it was terrible.
Well, some noticeable games that Blabs may have missed include Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops for the PlayStation, for the PSP 18 years ago in 2006.
Last Blade for the arcade.
Blast Blade? What?
The Last Blade.
Oh, yes. The Last Blade.
Awesome.
Was that a any?
I think it was a fighting game.
SNK? SNK did that one?
SNK.
Animal Crossing Wild World for the DS.
The game that my wife bought a DS for.
Oh, that's good. Dead Rising 4 for the PlayStation 4 7 years ago. And Dogman Mission Impossible. Blabs.
how did you miss that one?
Releases today in Japan.
Because listen, everyone's like, "Oh my god, the Mario sports games were great," so then I include them, and I still can't win.
No, Blabs, you just miss crazy things. Fortune Street, man.
There's just a lot of games. It's too many games.
What was the deal with Fortune Street? I don't quite. I remember that game coming out, and I just remember it kind of disappeared.
Party game?
Yeah.
Put out by, I guess that would be Square Enix, mixing the Dragon Quest and Mario franchises.
Yeah.
That actually sounds kind of cool.
It didn't do very well, I don't think.
No.
Right? It just
10
kind
years
of.
I think it did better in
Captain
Japan.
Toad.
Yes, excellent. I was getting there, Roddy. Captain Toad released 10 years ago for the Wii U.
Sorry, we love you, Blabs.
It's okay. I'm used to the abuse. Don't worry. It just bounces off. It's like ping, 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 ping. Just,
Blabs, you like Captain Toad, right?
I've never played it.
Captain Toad is like a little puzzle game. It's for the Wii U, and
You like puzzle games, don't you, kid?
yeah.
We need to make her play the rest of the NES trilogy for Castlevania now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Neither
I think
does Craig. Craig
if
doesn't
you already
want
did
that
the
anymore.
first game.
That's
if you already
enough.
did the first game, you'll.
That's enough. That was
and
hell for the
especially
two of us.
Castlevania.
What was wrong with Castlevania 2?
Oh my. Listen. We're not going back. We're not going back.
Castlevania 4 though.
I'm still. I'm literally going back and playing the old PlayStation 1 games, and I'm screaming at Tarzan. But it always makes you wonder how it works because, like, he carries Jane while he's swinging on trees and everything. So he's like, he swings with his butt cheeks, then, right?
There's a meme about that.
Could be other
Yeah.
Has a picture of.
Yeah.
It's a
So
true
it's like,
man.
huh?
True man. Speaking of
butt cheeks.
Speaking of true men, Winterfell came in with the sweet $9.99. Says, just wanted to wish Large Marge a happy birthday. Born today in 1937, died in a wreck in 1974. Haunted Pee Wee Herman in 1985.
Wow.
Oh man, do you guys understand that reference? Large Marge sent me.
Yep.
Blabs, do you know Large Marge?
I know Aunt Marge.
No. Large Marge from Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
I still loved how he was bike riding through a Godzilla set.
Yes. Blabs, this is what happens to Large Marge. It's a regular woman. She's a truck driver, and she's telling the story about somebody who dies in a mangled crash while Pee Wee is in the truck, right? So Pee Wee's in the truck with this lady, and she's talking about this horrible death. And Pee Wee looks over at her and delivers, when you're a child, possibly the biggest jump scare you've ever seen in Pee Wee's Big Adventure, with this right here, where Large Marge jumps and you get mad.
Ew!
Large Marge sent me.
Yikes.
So there's that.
Wow.
Winterfell, thank you
Flashbacks.
for thank you for that.
I know
That
you
was-
are, but what am I?
I would skip that shit when I was a kid. That was terrifying. Wanted none of that. But thank
About
you.
the horse in the Never-Ending Story.
Oh,
I can't do this anymore. I can't do this.
did you see the kid that did the costume of it?
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that. Did you see the kid walking around with the dead horse?
Oh, that was heartbreaking.
Yes, it was. Yes, very very tough. Blabs, do you know Never-Ending Story?
Yeah, it's sung in Stranger Things.
Oh, good God.
Oh my God, what have we been doing?
That was a good season.
What more can I say?
Found it.
Wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't pave the way.
Yep. So, Blabs, there's a scene where Atreyu, is it Atreyu or Atreyu? Atreyu. Atreyu is the lead character in it, and he's this young man who's on his way, and it's a very touching story, right? And the fact that I watched it when I was like 8 years old or whenever it was really kind of scarred me. And there's a scene where he's riding his horse.
Oh, wait, where he like his horse dies and drowns and everything?
Yes.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Okay. Don't act like you're an old seasoned vet, because here's the thing.
I'm not. Listen, you guys make me feel like a fetus every damn day of the year, so it's fine. Don't worry.
If you saw this,
Oh no, it's very sad.
with the context, it's ridiculous, and it's drowning from the pit of sadness or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Now we're at a point to where little boys are turning.
Oh my god!
Turning it.
Oh my God.
Like, this little boy has no idea what they're doing here, but they're instead of dragging
That
a
is
horse head.
so sad. Oh, why would you want to do that for Halloween? That's so depressing.
That's definitely a dad who did that
Yeah.
for their kid.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid's like, "Why do I have a horse head?"
It's like, I'm gonna name him Jeffrey.
Well, he's dead now. Congratulations. The never-ending story.
That's going to be stuck in my head the rest of the day. Thank you.
La 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 la.
That
la,
while he's riding Falcor.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
They made several sequels to that, I
And they
believe.
all sucked.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Norm came in and says,
The second
"Muzzle
one, I
Blab
think,
sounds
was the
like
other
something
half
you
of the
say."
book, and the third one had nothing to do with the book.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Norm says, "Muzzle Blab sounds like something you say on Hanukkah."
Mazel tov.
Bike Short Senpai came in and says, "Wait, putting glasses over context doesn't grant you better vision?" That's
No.
my thought. I thought it turned into a magnifying glass or something.
No, it kind of like negates everything.
Fetchquest Gaming came in with this wonderful review of Dragon Age Veilguard. Says, as somebody who played and beat Veilguard, it's lame and gay. There you go.
Why, there's so many other games to play. Why would you? Oh, ugh.
You did it.
Sorry.
Congratulations. Kalichi came in, says, PSA, last day to pick up the Genesis and Dreamcast bundle. They'll be delisted tomorrow, December 6th. Still, we'll never understand delisting games. I think it comes
Why I own them
down.
physically.
Yeah.
That's why emulation is preservation.
Mm-hmm.
Physical. Buy physical.
Rembrandt says, I had to get up at ungodly hours to watch Beast Wars because the local TV station did not want to syndicate the program because of Power Rangers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Came on at
Power
6:30
Rangers.
in the morning. The bus was at 6:50, so we had to set the VCR in order to watch to watch Beast Wars. So
That's funny. Norm says Large Marge is what the media literacy crowd took look like when you have a Norm AI take on media. Thanks, Norm. Appreciate that. And Speedy Cake came in and says, hey, Craig, I bought a handheld console today for $125 with 21,000 games on it, including most of the Street Fighter arcade cabinet games, Mortal Kombat, etc. Speedy Cake, you're going to enjoy that. Just take your time. 21,000 games is a lot. So go have fun with that. I have one of those as well. It's probably laying around here.
How many of them are Famicom games?
Yeah, those things are really great. I love those big bundle. You probably got it from Amazon, like a China listing or something, where they just kind of put a flash drive in with all the games. It's so good. I have one with like 16,000 games. So now I feel like I'm missing out because I don't have 5,000 video games available to me. But Kalichi, go and own all that. Love that. Okay. As I said, we have a lot to get to today, including the dead horse being. I just going through my tabs. The dead horse being dragged around by the kid. But we're not going to talk about that. Let's get into it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It is time. Scrolling to it. Time for hard news. All right, well, we are live everywhere on the internet, all the time, constantly, here on YouTube, Rumble, and Kick, which you can find us. And Blabs has been itching to talk about this the last couple days, and I'm very curious to see if anything will be coming of this. Blabs is a big advocate of Kick, or at least has been.
Was.
Was. And now they're selling a Kickmas sweater over here.
I mean, it's pretty smart, though. They're like exclusive to only 95, so you only could get like, a good shot at trying it, and then that was it, sold out. But it was smart because it's 95 rev split, so that's why they did a limited edition of 95. Like, it's just smart marketing. When Twitch is like in adpocalypse mode and everything, Kick is like, here, we have Christmas sweaters. It's like, that's smart.
So here's the problem with this.
It's pretty goddamn ugly.
Wow.
Yeah.
it's
And
fun.
who wants to wear a Kick sweater?
Yeah, you're basically shilling up for a company. Mm-hmm.
That's fine. And paying $70 to do it. I mean, that's totally fine. With that
I have
said,
Mixer t-shirts.
oh man, rest
They're
in peace.
collectibles.
Rest in peace, Logan.
How much is it for this thing?
$70. Roddy.
Jeez, no.
No. Mm-mm.
So here's the big issue I have with this is this was posted a couple days ago. It's been on our run sheet, December 3rd. Today is December 5th. It has been 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
A platform like Kick with nearly millions of users on it, only selling 95 of this seems very short-sighted.
Yes.
Because there's only 95 of them. Here's the problem. They're not sold out yet.
Damn.
Gee, I wonder
It's
why.
probably because it's freaking expensive. Who's going to drop $70 on a sweater?
Well, I mean, some people will if you're really into the brand, and that's fine. I mean, I get it, but I would just think that like that's kind of a big oof to me.
It is a big oof, yes.
If you're gonna sell 95 of them, you want pre-sell it and say there's only 95 available. Add a little FOMO to it and get it out the door. But yeah,
They didn't really do a good job getting it out there, but it is still a smart idea in comparison to what the shit Twitch is doing.
They'll sell out.
Eventually.
Just sad that it's what'd you say, 2-3 days and they're still not sold out?
yeah.
That is pretty sad.
Well, and this is
Don't
a good
worry,
question.
Logan's gonna buy one, and he's gonna have a collectible. So eventually, if Kick ever goes under, he'll have his Mixer and his Kick collectibles.
Rectangle's right though.
Well,
Is
the Mixer
that-
shirt was free.
Yeah, they were handing that shit out.
I used to work for Microsoft. They went here. I went, okay.
Notice the 2X is sold out.
Ah.
I don't know what that says about.
Boogie bought them all.
That guy's-
It's fine.
all these fat ass streamers like us over here just streaming.
Don't forget, Craig, you and I are both over 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
So like anything XL is going to be like too small for us. No matter.
I have to
whether
buy
we're
two
small or not.
X's because of my arms.
It's because you're so big.
What are you, a tree?
Yep.
You are
No, I'll buy an extra large sweater or sweatshirt, and they come up to here. So I just have to
You just
get a 2X.
Logan, are you super buff?
No.
Let's see those
Why?
guns. Let's see them. You got woo. Relax.
No. I'm
Relax.
pale. I'm super pale.
Whoa! Look at those tats. Those are.
I
those
need
are nice.
sunglasses. His biceps are too white.
Hey, I can
Blabs.
show you the paleness.
Whoa!
Please don't.
How pale we talking there,
Another
Logan?
strike.
Red. She's turning red.
Who's gonna get us another strike? Yeah, for real.
Wow. All right.
Hey, I'm Irish.
Let's see what's
Trust
going
me,
on
it gets
there.
whiter.
Okay. Ooh.
Give it on.
Anyways,
It's exactly what you think.
I don't want to think about.
Wow.
$70 kick sweater.
So long, gay boys.
I had to do that.
Okay, well, go pick up your $70 kick sweater right now. There's plenty of them available, apparently. So there's that. Yikes. Speedy Cake came back, says, got it somewhat locally, actually, from Perth Arcade Games, physical store. Sadly, I don't have $19,000 to splash on a John Wick pinball machine. Oh, good stuff. Well, Speedy Cake, enjoy that, my man. Enjoy your...
Hello to Australia.
Yes, your 21,000 are video games. John says, I watch Battle of the Planets every morning. G-Force to the Fiery Phoenix, my first anime. Thanks, John. I appreciate your avatar there. It's cute.
Yeah, and I also remember, speaking of that one particular, that also came on around the same time as Voltron, Defender of the Universe, which Blabs knows nothing about. Forming feet and legs, forming arms and body, and
Gundams.
they're not
Yeah,
Gundams.
exactly like that.
They are not
Yeah,
Gundams.
there you go.
Animated version of Super Sentai.
Yes.
I just like trolling at this point.
Speedy K came in and says they also sell arcade cabinets with up to 3,000 games installed. That's fun. Well, how much are those? Curious, because I can tell you what a good cost for those arcade games are versus a bad cost. And also, if you're looking for arcade games, don't buy from a retailer, buy from a reseller. Like there's all sorts of auctions that you can go to. I don't know what it's like in Australia, but there's arcade auctions that come through town all the time where people are looking to get rid of their arcade games. They put it up there. It's just like you'd see on TV, like blah 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 blah. You got blah 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 blah. And sometimes you can get things for super cheap, and sometimes they cost way too much. But you know, as long as you know the value, well, enjoy that, Speedy Kick. Ian came in with 10 gifted memberships. Right, Blabs?
That's right.
Yes, thank you, Ian. Appreciate that greatly. If you guys got gifted
made that a thing along the way.
somehow.
When
Thank
Craig
you,
is
Brad.
away, I brainstorm
Yeah. What,
by accident.
the amount of brainstorming that took place for that to happen was if you guys
Super high IQ.
if you got gifted a membership, make sure you say thank you to Ian and tell Blabs ooh ooh.
It will.
Tater Teets says one of my dogs is named Falcor. He's a Great Pyrenees and looks just like him. Nice. Tater Teets, very cool. Master Gawa says Castlevania 2 is the best. Symphony of the Night is just Castlevania 2 refined. It's cool that you can use Dracula's body parts before you resurrect, then re-end him. Yes.
Yep.
Fun stuff. And Matthew says, did you guys remember watching Robotech? Where I'm from it, played it after school, and I enjoyed that moment in time. Yeah. Did you guys watch Robotech back in the day?
A little bit.
There's a whole Transformers debacle with Robotech because of a character called Jetfire, which had to be renamed Skyfire, because the Macross Valkyrie, which is what they imported, had there was a legal battle between Harmony Gold and Hasbro. Long story.
Riveting.
I know. Waiting for the nerd thing to start kicking in.
Okay, let's move on to another quick hit here. I hate that I'm going to read this to you guys. I hate everything about what I'm about to say. But we've seen this in the world of celebrity. And naturally, I think the next step is for this to happen with YouTube, as Mr. Beast has revealed he's planning to run for president of the United States when he's 50 or 60. Blabs, what's your thoughts on Mr. Beast becoming a president of the United States?
I ain't voting for that wanker. Just
How old
saying.
is he now?
Isn't he like
20, 25?
30?
28, maybe, something like that?
Okay, so I should be dead by that time. Okay.
Is this one of those things where as soon as his name goes on for the... Oh, here's the other thing. Will he be Republican or Democrat? And how quickly will he alienate his audience of 6-year-olds, right?
Okay, so he's 26.
Okay. So in 25 years, right, when we're old, we'll be older. 25 years when he's like, listen, my name is Jimmy. I'm going to run for the United States. At that point, hopefully I'll have done everything I want to do in life. And I think that what I'll slowly do is I'll
Run against him.
open up the gun case very slowly. Just kind of take a good look at it and just say goodbye to the world.
Good night, everybody.
Well, see you later.
I don't think this would ever really happen. He's got way too much dirt on him. And I know like all politicians have a shit ton of dirt, but I feel like you're 25 years ahead of time and you have this much dirt all over you. Think about another 25 years and how much dirt you'll have then.
I agree. I think this is asking for bad things to happen.
Future
Really bad
content
things.
creators will make plenty of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, will you like who's he gonna like run against? I show speed. You know?
This is where we're
Are
at.
they gonna turn it into
streamers?
whoever gets the most hits on my next video gets to be president? We like totally get rid of the electoral college and voting. Voting becomes whoever gets the most likes on
Squid
YouTube.
Games.
Oh, God. Oh, you want to talk Squid
God,
Games?
I hope we're all dead by then.
We'll get to it when you get to it. When you get to it, I just
No, let's get to it now. Because why not? Speaking of Squid Games, this is quite the quandary that Squid Games has got themselves into. And did you guys, first and foremost, did you watch the first season of Squid Games?
I did.
Nope.
No.
No, I don't have Netflix anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I did watch it. It was like one of the that and Tiger King were like around the same time, I think, if I remember correctly.
Wasn't that
Or, like,
pandemic?
why did
era?
I watch like Tiger King was the thing where I was like, why did I watch this? Please, why? Why did I watch that?
I think you probably watched it because it was like a cultural thing, and everyone's like, "You gotta watch Tiger King." So yes, Squid Game was released in September of 2021. So the second season is being released over 4 years later, and the premise of the show, if nobody knows, is the premise is that it's a game show, or it's like a private game show. It's not even like a real game show. It's televised. It's a experience where 456 people all get together and they compete for one prize pool, and that prize pool goes up every time somebody dies. And this is a game of life or death, and the bodies are cremated at the end of so there's a lot of death in it. People getting popped off, and it's really like a fun watch. And people are like, oh, Squid Game season 2. Speaking of Mr. Beast, he did a parody of it, or his own version of it. It's one of the biggest videos on YouTube ever. I think it has over several billion views at this point.
Jeez.
And so he more or less just recreated Squid Game in about a 15-minute package. And it was a really good show. But season 2 is coming out, and it has to be modern audience. But here's the thing. The modern audience isn't really happy about this decision, as Park Sung-hoon, this person here, Park Sung-hoon, don't you know?
What did you say?
Park Sung-hoon is playing the role of a transgender woman in Squid Game Season 2, joining the competition to fund their gender-affirming surgery. So here's Park Sung-hoon in a wig. And let me tell you this right now. Oh, Blabs is
That's
giggling.
funny. I didn't know the story, right? Like, I've been out of it all morning. I was out, but that's hilarious.
Well, what's really
That's what they
hilarious.
think of the trannies. Give them a wig. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Well, the thing about this is that people are pissed that this dude is playing a transgender person, especially in the comments. You see it down here. Couldn't they just used a real trans person? Could they not cast an actual transgender woman? This is going to piss me off, Steven. I bet he has pronouns. Ah, there it is. Yep. Steven along. Yes, got them all. All the pronouns, all the hash, everything. It's good.
Isn't that an oxymoron? Real trans?
That's just it. I don't even understand what's happening. Why can't they just give the role to an actual trans woman? So we're at a point to where it's never enough, as the title today indicates. This is never a like. And there's also they've walked themselves to the edge of the cliff. And as I said earlier, every single character in this show dies.
They do die, yep.
Except for one person.
Excruciating, or like brutally dying. Like
Yes.
they get killed brutally.
Yes. So what happens when the trans person dies?
Right.
It's very progressive.
What?
Wait, to
What
kill
does that
one?
mean?
No, I'm being
Oh.
sarcastic.
It's a horrible idea. Don't hurt anybody. But I mean, they're really up a creek without a paddle at this point. They painted themselves into a corner. The idea that you're trying to be representative, and then someone's going to die, and they're going to say, "Oh, it's transphobic," And they're already not happy about this situation. That it's a biological man playing this transgender person, and there's other layers to this as well. Once again, this is a game that's built around life or death. So this man transitioning to a woman feels so strongly about this that they're willing to risk their life to earn the money, the millions of dollars for this. If you just kind of dig into the story a little bit here.
Yep.
And I don't see how this is going to be a winning situation for them. What do you think, Logan?
You guys don't want to get another strike, so I'm just going to say I think it's ridiculous.
Roddy, would you like to?
I kind of said said this before the show, was like, it doesn't bother me that they're bringing a character like that in, because it's bringing all of these people who have all these different walks of life and why they want to get money to, like, I thought you were financially stable was in the first season, right? In this season, it's want to get money for something, to do something with your life or whatever. But all these characters are going to die. The characters that you thought were going to make it out ended up dying in that first season.
How many main characters were there in the first season?
There was.
Because I didn't watch it.
There was like at least 25 characters that you can imagine,
So
all from
this
different
dude's going
walks
to be
of
one
life.
of the main characters.
Yeah, 100%.
And there were a bunch more that were just kind of just there and just died.
Mm-hmm.
But like those, like, it was a good 25 of them that you can picture each one of their lives and then what they were living. So they're just pulling different people from different walks of life, all to try and do something. And it's all Korean. So like, it's all Korean actors and, going through this. And what I think they alluded to was why they did the Squid Game was because, we were bored and we just wanted to like play a game. And that was just the whole premise behind it, when you end up finding that out towards the end of the first season. And the second season, I watched the first season and I was like, I'm all right with them never being another season after this. Like, it was it was a good self-contained story. And now they're going to try and like expand it and get more on the ridiculous side. But it seems that they need to try and get every single person from every different type of life, but they're all going to get killed. So which way are they going to die? And then when they die, what happens when, your favorite one dies? Are you going to get upset that character died? Because wasn't it
might
one
be
of the
South
characters-
Koreans trolling?
Say again?
You think this could be South Koreans trolling America?
That's a good point.
So, no, and let me tell you why. Because this is associated with Netflix, and Netflix does have all sorts of DEI initiatives
They
associated.
have
True.
check marks. They have
So-
That's how they ruin Masters of the Universe.
Right. So, I don't think so. I think this is 100% something that this is 100% something that was pushed by Netflix, which could ultimately blow up in their face. Okay, so here's a larger question. Do you feel that this will affect the viewership of this show? Will people see this? And because I don't think this is going to affect the viewership at all. I think what you're going to see is like, the angry mob online. And most people, by the time this is released the day after Christmas, will have forgotten about this. They'll give it a go. And then when this character pops up, people will go, oh yeah, that thing. And there'll almost be like a car wreck element to this where people want to see how this person dies. Or what if this person wins? Like, what if this person actually wins it? And they're like, listen, there's only, because that is a possibility, and then it becomes a metaphor for freedom and all these things. That's really the only way out of this. And if you do that, you piss everybody off. That's what I said. You painted yourself into a corner. Like, was this storyline really necessary? So, Roddy, you got anything on that?
I mean, that's the thing. Like I was saying before, like, I don't think that the fact that they're, bringing that character in is really going to be that much of a big deal because of the fact that all these characters die. So it's just, the main character is going to be, what's his name? The guy who was, who won the first Squid Game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
So he's coming back.
I bet he dies.
He's going to try to undo the Squid Game.
I bet he dies.
Yeah.
I bet he dies in it. And that'll be the big shocker is the previous winner doesn't make it through. And then the story will shift. He'll have some sort of relationship with somebody along the way. And with 2 episodes to go, he dies. And then the story gets shifted to this new person.
Mm-hmm. And who it's going to be, who knows? And they could shock us and make it some, they can shock us and make it, some regular character. Like, it doesn't, like, we don't know.
Sure.
And I think that's the intriguing thing about it. But at the same time, again, it's a show that I felt never needed a second season. I was like, if they never make a second season for this, I'd be perfectly fine. But because it was so successful, it demanded a second season. And then Netflix was like, oh yeah, and by the way, you also have to make sure that you have this type of character, this type of character, this type of character in your show.
Right.
So,
well, I guess we'll all see here in about 3 weeks when the show is released. And
I didn't watch the first one. I ain't gonna watch this one either.
Yeah. I don't know. Blabs, do you think it'll affect the viewership for this?
No, because it's Netflix. A lot of people who watch Netflix, no offense to a lot of people who watch Netflix, kind of soy, don't really care about this stuff.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, let's move on. I got an update for you guys here in just a second, but first, Severus Snape says, some have been calling me Severus Grape.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, gosh.
Oh dear.
Vulture says, I'm running on Windows 7.0 and more systems requirements, Windows 10 anyway, around the problem. Thank you, Vulture. Appreciate that. Norm says, President Mr. Beast be like, I'm forgiving the student debt of anyone who survives Guantanamo for 1 month.
Wow.
That's be a funny video. Jason says, Back to the Future 4, where the president of the United States in 2065. Me? Beast? The streamer? Yeah. Thank you, Jason. Worthy One says, Mr. Beast for president? Hell no. Tom, Beast. Who's Filet? Who's that? Should I know who that is? Some streamer that I don't know?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Oh, File.
Oh, I see. Like the PDF.
Filet?
File.
Okay.
I see what we're doing there.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
pronouns.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, Tom. Ruined that. Felstef came and says Squid Game is Korean version of Running Man. That's actually a really good way.
Yes,
Okay.
that's a good analogy. Yeah, for sure. I hope you have enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine.
I haven't seen that movie in decades.
I love that movie.
We should all watch that together sometime.
Yes.
That'd be a great
And Blabs
experience.
should definitely tune in for that one.
Well,
Her first Arnold experience would be the Running Man.
I've seen Arnold. Arnold movies?
First, he was Sub-Zero. Now he's just plain Zero.
I always thought that was the worst Arnold line of all. The Sub-Zero Plane Zero thing. I was like, okay. Even as a kid, when I heard that, I was like,
I don't know. The Mr. Freeze chill was.
No, one of my favorite lines of Arnold that he says, and it's subtle, is he's looking around because he's looking where Alyssa Milano's character was kidnapped in Commando, and he's like, so you're gonna do whatever we say, right? And he looks and he's looking over and he goes, wrong. He just blows him away. The way he says it and then shoots at him is so hilarious.
What is the best and worst Arnold quotes of all time? Let us know in the chat down below. Mathian says,
who killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Oh.
The Ice Age.
Yeah.
Mathian says the Koreans do not care about troons. Netflix cares. Yes, thank you, Matthew. Suna says Squid Game Season 2 is just a sad cash grab. Norm says the final boss of Squid Game is Mr. Beast. The final challenge is to survive 24 hours, 24-hour nonstop hours of Johnny Somali content. The Deep Fryer says, for the Squid Game thing, casting an actual trans actor severely limits who you can cast for that role. Better to cast a reliable cis actor. I don't use the word cis. I think it's a slur.
It is a slur.
So, but thank you for that, Deep Fryer. Alpha Omega says the character he is playing is played by Park Sung-hoon. He'll live. He's massive in Korea. It'd be like Maverick dying instead of Goose in Top Gun. And Nathan says, one factor to consider is Netflix shows have a terrible rep for their shows, with season 2 always being terrible. And after the recent screw-up of Arcane...
I've heard about that.
Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate that.
Cobra Kai has been really good.
I have not watched the next 5 of the final season. I watched like the first 10 minutes of it, and then
I haven't seen any of the new season yet. And
It's
I've heard
so good.
Is it?
I need to see it.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I binged it all in one sitting.
Oh,
Okay,
wow. Yeah.
Because I kind of lost interest a little bit. I feel like they've kind of jumped the shark with it, but
They
we'll
did.
see. Okay.
But this is fun. It's fun.
Okay. Delta says, the trans community will get over it when some essayist explains why the character is incredibly representative. Tokyo Godfathers, one of the best Christmas animes, for example, they hated the quote trans representation, but love to use it now. Thank you, Delta. And John says, to quote Andrew Schultz, quote, I love Squid Games. I just thought it was kind of racist. Over half the Asians die playing red light, green light. Thank you, John. Appreciate that.
That is true.
I guess it's Timon. Timon, thank you. Says Netflix is going to Netflix. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate your support today. And Tactical Dish.
I'm loving the Arnold quotes in the chat.
We're starting line. Screw your freedom. Yeah, that's right.
That was oof.
That is definitely the worst
modern
We have a
Arnold.
Rumble rant from Marmalin for 5 says, we've eliminated acting as a job. Guess in order to play a character, you have to be it. Have fun, Hollywood and mainstream. You create this trini monster. Thanks, Marmalin.
Appreciate that. All right. Speaking of monsters, the big movie right now is Wicked, which features a green-faced monster, but she's actually the good witch. Okay. But there was a lot of controversy after the Wicked dolls had a link to wicked.com. Now, Blabs, I encourage you to go to wicked.com and see
No,
what
thank
pops
you.
up. Oh, okay.
No, thank you.
It's not
That
what
means she already did.
No, I remember this story.
Well, wicked.com does not go to the movie website. They mistakenly put wicked.com instead of wickedmovie.com or whatever it was. But Mattel was the person who did the printing on it. And now, all of a sudden, as expected, there's a lawsuit in play suing Mattel over the Wicked dolls that included a link to the porn website on its packaging. Have you guys read this article or not?
Not the article, but I've heard about the lawsuit.
Do you guys know how much it is?
No.
Okay, let's play the Price is Right game. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have Logan, Roddy, and Blabs on the Price is Right game. How much do you think the lawsuit is for? Closest without going over gets the thumbs up. Logan, you're first.
Let's go with 125 mil.
Wow. Okay, 125 million from Logan. Blabs, you're next.
Is this a class action lawsuit or is it one person?
This is a class action lawsuit, Blabs, from a South Carolina resident.
A class action. Mm-hmm. 500 million.
500 million. Looking to own Mattel by the time this is done. Yeah. And Roddy,
I'm gonna say 200 million.
200 million. Well, lady and gentlemen, you've all lost because you all went over dramatically.
Probably like 1 million.
Yeah.
It's only 5.
What?
$500 million.
Wow.
That's a lost opportunity there.
Yeah,
only 5
like,
mil. Or
They're going to settle. For that amount, they're going to settle.
Yeah, they'll settle.
Mm-hmm.
So, according to court documents, a South Carolina resident is launching a class action lawsuit after purchasing the toy for her young daughter okay, I'm just going to throw this out there. Purchasing the toy for a young daughter who visited the X-rated website that had nothing to do with the Wicked doll. I'm going to put 500 on that never happened. The young daughter never saw wicked.com and was like, I need to go to wicked.com. And
how old was the daughter?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
If she was like 12, okay, maybe. But if she was like 7, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to file that under that never happened for sure. It said the toy company mistakenly listed similarly titled website for the adult entertainment site Wicked Pictures rather than the official page for the Universal Pictures film. The plaintiff alleges that Mattel didn't offer a refund and believes she and her child suffered emotional distress from the misprint. These scenes were hardcore, full-on nude pornographic images depicting actual intercourse. Plaintiff's minor daughter immediately showed her mother the photographs, and both were horrified by what they saw.
That means they kept watching it. To know that happened, most of the time you go, oh, and then click off. But no, they were watching it.
Right.
I don't know about you guys.
What are they doing, mommy?
But have you heard about there was Patrick Bet-David's podcast. He had somebody on that was trying to take down Pornhub, and because of this type of stuff that's there, and it doesn't have a barrier to tell you this is an 18+ website, and this is the kind of thing where I think that websites like that should have a barrier to at least let you know this is not a safe place for you to go. On top of that, like you said, probably didn't happen, but if it did happen, how old was the girl? Like that she was able to go on the website by herself? Because we put limits on my kids' tablets so that they can't just surf the web. Mm-hmm. My daughter is 8, my son is 6. They have timers, so they can only be on for like a half an hour to 45 minutes tops. And then they go off and they play with their toys. They do their schoolwork. They do whatever else. That's the kind of thing that you need to be a responsible parent for. And I'm sure she would, the mom, if this really did occur, was probably trying to be a responsible parent. But how do you not, I don't know. Mattel does have a little bit of responsibility for putting that on the packaging. So
sure, yeah, of course they do. I mean, anything that goes into the packaging, you are responsible for. Mm-hmm. This is filed on behalf of a South Carolina woman, and I think it's. I would love to know what this lady looks like, just based off her name. Her name is Holly Ricketson, which sounds like the most southern, I don't know,
South Carolina name.
Yes, yeah. Holly Ricketson over here. They're going to be suing that Universal Pictures. Likelihood of them settling is very high because they definitely messed up, and I'm sure that
and
as
it's
soon
a small
as
amount.
Yeah, $5 million is nothing, and now Holly Ricketson is going to be rich, bitch. So good for Holly Ricketson and her child. I'm sorry they had to deal with such emotional distress of not watching over her daughter while she uses the internet. So there's that. Just ridiculous. Bushin Ryukat says, "What's better, Squid Games or Battle Royale?" Battle Royale is the
Fortnite?
No, there's a movie, I believe, which is kind of what everything was built around, the whole Battle Royale aspect of it. I have not seen Battle Royale. I've only seen Squid Game, but I know what you're talking about. Ian says, I ate green berets for breakfast, and right now I'm very hungry.
Very hungry.
Joey came in and says, best Arnie line, hasta la vista, baby. Worst Arnie line, you're a fucking choir boy compared to me. A choir boy.
Yep.
The last one is from the movie End of Days, yes. Tom says, I'm coming day and night. Arnold and Pumping Iron, that's right. Mesa Sonic says, I just did my research. There's no actual nudity on the Wicked front page, let alone hardcore action. Oh,
So there you go. Then they had to keep clicking.
They had to keep clicking.
Unless they have since changed it. From
Listen.
the moment it started, where everyone's going to the website and then they changed it. Because I could have sworn Yellow Flash had said something about somebody setting the group shot, like the pictures of it in his Flashcast DMs, remember? Mm-hmm. And it was like full on, like stuff was happening.
Well, I'll say this. I know I've heard that in Texas, that if you go to a porno website, there's some sort of like verification now that you have to have if you're over 18. Like you have to sign up for some list, which like who's doing that shit? Yeah, I want to look at all the porno on the internet.
Sign me up, Craig says.
Right. I'm signing up, honey.
It's like, so I've heard.
These are just the rumors, Logan. I don't know per se, but this is just
Just rumors. Okay.
Mathian came in and says, you don't see anything explicit if you go to the website front page. You have to log in. I heard from a friend. Yeah, see, that's the thing is we all hear from friends.
Sure you did.
And thank you, Mathian.
Right.
That's good.
I don't know.
All right, let's move on to someone you probably will see on a porno site someday, which, on the over-under of career life, I think that she's probably within 2 years of being on OnlyFans. And I'm talking about
sad.
the Huak Tuah girl.
I thought you were talking about Alex.
No. There's a strong possibility of that as well. But the Huak Tuah girl is back in the news. And I have I think my relationship is much like most people when thinking of the Huak Tuah girl. When she first came out, it was like, oh, this is kind of funny, right? Yep. And she's going to have her 15 minutes. And there we go. Hey, she made a joke about spitting on her dick. It's funny. It's great. Whatever. And then, she went out and she started the podcast and then kind of did that thing. And then she became like really unlikable. People like the more you saw of her, you're like, oh, I don't really like this girl.
Didn't she interview Mark Cuban?
Yeah.
That's
she has
really
all these
unlikable.
She has all these people on her show that, that they're only like, oh, she's the new flavor of the month, so to say. And she did something yesterday that could potentially land her in jail, which is amazing. As the Huak Tuah girl launched a meme coin, and everybody lost their money, and now people want her thrown in jail. Now, there's two layers to this, and this guy does a really good job of explaining it here, which we're going to watch this. And then when they were confronted on it, drama alert, they were on a Twitter space where she was pressed by CoffeeZilla, who CoffeeZilla is a phenomenal internet detective.
Yeah.
Who really knows his shit. This guy gives a really good rundown of this. So let's go take a look at what this guy has to say about this. This is a crypto dude.
All right, everyone. So in this video, we are going to be talking about the biggest news in crypto right now in the meme coin space, and that is going to be the meme coin token called Huak. And this is by Haley Welch. So she did launch a meme coin based out of her Huak Tuah, as you guys can see from her tweet here. However, if we take a look at the actual token, the Huak token didn't disappoint, Bubble Map says, and 96% of the supply was in one cluster. So basically, they owned 96% of all of the tokens. And just in, Haley Welch pumped the coin to $500 million and it retraced it to 90 million within 10 minutes. So a huge drop.
Wow.
You're muted, Craig.
So I'm just talking to myself over here. This is the definition of a pump and dump. Get everybody really excited, drive the value, and then sell that shit as fast as you possibly can. So we'll continue.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it did actually go lower to a $50 million market cap. And if we take a look at this wallet here, so this was a Huak token insider, or a lot of people are speculating a sniper. But a lot of people do think that they are on the team. They sold a bunch of the tokens for $3.7 million profit. However, they are still continuing to sell. So overall, the coin is going down consistently. However, Haley Welch came out with a post essentially saying that they didn't actually sell any of the coins. But a lot of people do think that this is BS. This tweet here basically goes over, is this true or is this false? A lot of people think that, her and the team are selling. And Wizard of Soho comes out with this tweet: 97% of Huak Tuah held by the deployed wallet. LOL, LOL dumping on everyone. If you bought this, you're moronic. You deserve to lose it all. I don't think that you deserve to lose it all, but we did say stay away from this token in yesterday's video. And I did actually think that this was pretty funny. Keyboard Monkey says straight to a prison. So overall, that is the news with the Huak Tuah token.
So there's that. Now, there's been a lot of drama about this the last day or so, and really the last 18 hours. First and foremost, initial reaction to hearing that, Blabs. This is your first time hearing this.
Yeah, that's pretty disappointing, to be honest, because she seemed like, besides the whole fact that, like, what her topics were discussing, she seemed relatively, like, okay. She was saying she wouldn't do OnlyFans. She was saying she wouldn't do this and that. She would be posting things about, like, dog charities and donating to, like, pounds and things for dogs, shelters, I should say. So it's like, okay, so she seems to be doing something different, And then she goes and does this shit. It's like, oh, so you're just the same.
Roddy?
She got talked into this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think somebody,
right.
Somebody definitely came to them like, look, we got this meme coin, and once again, what was she doing?
It's a meme coin, though.
What is a meme coin?
No, I said it is a meme coin, though. So I'm like,
yeah, 100%.
What did they expect?
First and foremost, do you guys own any crypto?
No.
No? I own a little bit. And by the way, Bitcoin crossing $100,000.
Saw that.
Yeah.
Now I wish I did.
Yeah. I have my Bitcoin regrets just like everybody else. I remember hearing about it in like 2012 or so, 2010, 2011, whatever it was. I remember hearing about it and someone was like, you got to buy this. You got to buy this. Just buy $100 of it. It's like at 6 cents right now. It could be huge. And if you buy it, then like, I'd own an island at this point.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't easy to purchase at that time. There wasn't a Coinbase where it was easy just to have it.
I was actually working at Best Buy at the time, and there was a massive run on GPUs because of that. I want to say that was like 2013. We couldn't keep them in stock.
Wow.
It's like we would get hundreds of them, and they'd all be gone in a day.
Question is, do any normal men in the chat, you guys own any Bitcoin? And if so, how much? I'm just asking for a friend, and then I'm asking for donations. So Huak Tuah girl and apparently somebody from her business were actually pressed on this by CoffeeZilla. And this is a 5.5 minute clip, but it is spectacular. So let's go ahead and listen to how he just grills the shit out of these people here.
From the community, happy to answer any
I have
questions.
questions. I have questions.
Right off the bat, he's like, I got it. I have questions right here. Here we go.
I'm raising my hand. Hey guys.
What CoffeeZilla?
Hey.
By the way, she just doesn't sound. She's got that scrap. Like, it was really cute when you're talking about spitting on dicks, right?
I'm sorry. Can you say it again? It was really cute the way you just.
Yeah.
Say the line, Bart. Say the line.
It was really cute when you're talking about spitting on dicks, but when you're talking about spitting on people's money, that's when I have issues with it. You can turn that into a clip, Labs. Here we go.
This is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
No. That's not true.
That is true. That's a fact.
No, it's not.
Well, it's a fact, and you can see it on chain. So
Yeah.
Now, that's the one thing about crypto is that everything is traceable. And I think that they forgot about that.
Small minor detail.
That's what makes crypto so intriguing, is that you can go in and you can follow every single transaction that's ever happened, specifically with Bitcoin and obviously with the Huak coin as well. So
We know. We trust me. We were there. We could answer that.
You know about the insider trading?
No, there's no insider trading. That's why we can answer it.
Okay, so there's tokens going directly from the main account.
Coffeezilla, just chill for a second.
And then it's getting sold for 50K. Who is that?
Definitely not us. You think we're doing this for 50K? Yeah, fucking right. Talking to the wrong guy. You're used to these.
I think that's very condescending. The idea of him like, you think we're only doing this for 50K?
Yeah, a little bit.
We're doing this. We're doing this for way more,
aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, they're very defensive, and like I get you're being accused of something, right? So I understand, but like even Haley, when she's saying like, "Well, then why the fuck are you here?" It's like, whoa, maybe don't talk to potential customers like that.
Yeah,
she's the why there's a stereotype for blondes.
Somebody said in the chat that she sounds like the "Catch Me Outside" girl.
Yeah,
and now I can't unhear it.
I forgot
Catch
about
Me
that
Outside.
shit.
How about that?
Yes, she sounds like white trash. That's what she sounds like. Let's be real,
little bit.
right. Let's be real. Like when you think of like the white trash stereotype, that's what you sound like. Really, like, and I mean that endearingly.
I've got a few family members that sound like that.
We all do, right? We all do, especially if you live down south. We all have the family that sounds like that. And so it is what it is. And that's okay.
Bullshit scammers out here. Not us. Now, we had...
That's what everyone says, by the way.
Listen, doesn't matter. No, I'm not everyone. There was a strategic allocation, right, through a foundation. Every single one of those was signed through a SAFT. The deployer wallet... You've heard of a strategic allocation or a private
How much
sale?
did y'all get doing a pre-sale? How much did y'all make?
It's not that
selling out your fans.
So
other
over here,
people
can you
dump
give
on your fans.
Hold on, Coffeezilla, take a chill pill, brother.
Hey, just relax of this extortion that we've done and this total scam that we just pulled. Hey, just chill out, Logan. Chill, man. It's only your life savings that you invested in the Huak coin.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so
y'all just rug pulled a bunch of people.
No, there's no rug. We're here every single day. There's no rug pulled, and it's not done by us. Yes, snipers sniped it up to an insane market cap.
No, it's
and
not
dumped
just
it.
snipers.
That was not us. That was
you know that.
Listen. No. I'm telling you the truth.
And y'all made millions on fees from this little scheme.
There's not a.
I'm sure that's not you getting those fees, right? Who's making the money on the fees? Who's making millions of dollars on fees from this rug pull?
That's not a scheme. That's the project. So we can keep this thing going for years. Okay. That's how do you think? There's so many expenses.
Who makes the money on the fees? Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
First of all, the fees were there with Meteor pools.
Dude can't answer the question. Refuses to answer the question.
And that goes to, yes, the creator, right?
Which is who? Who does that who does that belong to?
That belongs to the project, right?
Who's the project? Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here, Haley Welch, right? And
how much does Haley Welch own?
This is Haley Welch's project.
So she owns all of it.
Coffeezilla.
Did she just make $1 million on fees on a rug?
Do you know how much it costs for lawyer fees to create a foundation in the Cayman Islands, to hire directors? You think this stuff pays for itself, right?
So y'all wanted to make the money on day one? I don't understand. I'm just asking.
We're here every single day.
Millions of dollars in fees from the rug.
Day 2, day 3. This is how you run a project forever. Is you have to fund that. First of all, over here can speak to the extensive amount of work and time and people that are on this project.
This turns into like, poor us, all these fees. This is where it goes to. Hey, we got to pay for this stuff.
She has no clue what she got into.
No clue. None. And look, we can rag on Haley Welch, which we should, because what a fucking idiot, right? But who's dumber? Haley Welch or the people who invested in the Huak Bitcoin, the Huak crypto coin?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, let's just be real. But they do have I mean, how can you look at this and not realize what major retailer is going to be like, I really want to accept the Huak coin?
I want to invest in the Huak.
You think Target's ever going to, you think, Little Caesars? I mean, the irony that Wicked.com is probably the only outlet that would accept the Huak coin. I'm just throwing that out there.
See what you did there.
A lot of irony there, bringing it back to stories. It's good.
Over here has around 18 people working on this right now as we speak. This is not a small time type of nothing. We're really trying to do something here and not just do it for one day and do it for 2 days like you're used to.
So who made the money? You haven't answered the question. Who made the money? How much did Haley Welch make of that million, 1.8 million?
It's a foundation that is running this project.
How much does she own of it?
It's a foundation. She owns zero of the foundation.
So y'all made the money?
No, I don't own the foundation either. A foundation in the Cayman Islands.
Who profited? Over $1 million was just made.
I'm telling you, a foundation that pays people out. And by the way,
who owns the foundation? What is it called?
Yeah, why isn't he saying? Unless he's NDA'd.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at this point, you that NDA is up in fire because you better start talking. Hey,
CoffeeZilla, I'm not asking you, questions that are irrelevant to the most important stuff that you said. Who cares where fees go? It goes to bills. It goes
when you're
to
charging
attorneys.
15%,
it goes to accounts. It goes to directors.
You're charging
it goes to
15%
staff.
of the rug pool, and you're profiting from the
There's
rug
no
pool. I
rug
think
pull because we didn't pull a rug. I don't know what you're trying to say. It's not true. Yeah, that's defamation.
Doc,
you're saying,
do the math. Do the math.
Defamation. You're saying that we pulled the rug. There was no rug pull.
3%.
You're defaming our character.
Are you not going to let me talk? You just talk over me. You talk over me.
I'm hearing bullshit. So why?
No,
why
you're
am I
not. You're
gonna take it
talking over
seriously?
me. Let me just lay out your tokenomics. You guys released 3% to the Meteora pool, while you have 17% of the token allocation unlocked day one from your strategic allocation. Are you guys insane? What do you guys think exactly is going to happen when your insiders get sent their tokens? And by the way, who made the money from your 17% pre-sale while you're giving a tiny piece of the pie to the public? Like, what the hell? This is the worst tokenomics I've ever seen, and it is a scam.
It's not a scam.
The tokenomics are a scam. That's my opinion. You can say whatever you want about it. You can cry defamation. That's my opinion. It's a scam.
So there's that. And I think this is actually really important to point out. Flickerbox has brought this up in the chat. Who signed Haley Welch to the podcast contract? Jake and Logan Paul.
Wow.
Whoa.
So what are the chances of them being associated with this in some way, shape, or form, or them
pretty dang good.
Them managing her business and knowing about these things?
As fake as the Tyson fight.
Oof.
I mean, yikes. And would you be surprised if if they were like, hey, you should launch a crypto scam? I know we have fake fights and we have, fake lunch products and stuff coming out all the time, but we haven't dabbled in crypto much, or maybe they have. I don't know. Have Jake Paul and Logan Paul dabbled in crypto enough to where they can know about the pump and dump scheme? So, my God, this is a crazy story, and even crazier that people are buying into this shit. It's nuts. They said 96% of the Huak supply is connected to 10 addresses before the launch.
Interesting.
So 10 addresses own 96%. That's cuckoos.
Wow.
So I'm down $20,000 right now.
Like a reported number, or is that just somebody just like looked it up and is reporting that, or is it actually is that 96% of the Huak supply is in 10 connected? So, so only 4% of this token is actually available for everybody else.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a scam.
This guy, I'm down $20,000 right now. Ugh, man.
Why? Why?
What are you doing?
And how do you have $1,000 to just throw out?
Yeah, and like, why would you do that on this? I don't know. I don't want to blame the victims, but at the same time, like, congratulations, you played yourself.
Well, this person is filing a complaint with the SEC, so there's that. And here's the reality: like, if this is a scam, everybody associated with it could end up in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What a
twist. I didn't see that one coming.
Let's get the Pikachu meme. Twisty.
I'm so fascinated.
One guy that was funneling money to politicians or whatever with his Bankman-Fried or whatever his name was. Mm-hmm. He went to jail for his crypto scam, right? But then he got released.
STX or something like that?
Yeah, STX or something like that. And it caused all other crypto to crash.
Yeah.
So, this could very well. I mean, Bitcoin right now going over $100,000 is one thing, but it could affect the rest of the market. So,
yes. Well, rest in peace, Hawk Tuah lady. All your credibility, which was built around once again spitting on penises, has now been removed.
Can you clarify what that was?
Spitting on a dick? I can't. I've never actually done that before, so
she was making an onomatopoeia of doing that, and yeah, and it got like super popular, and it was just as like, I didn't do it. That's why I said the I didn't do it boy. The 15 minutes of fame, your 15 minutes of fame are now up.
See, that's what I was going to say. I was like, you see Blab's face over there? You have stories?
No, I'm good.
Don't want to hear about it. Hayden came in and says, I don't think that guy or any of these people had any idea who CoffeeZilla is. They're arguing against a champion of internet and crypto investigations. Then they have no answers. He will sink them. I agree.
That's true.
I agree, Hayden. Great to see him, my man. Yep. Thanks so much for your support. Winterfell says Boogie did this on a much smaller scale a couple months ago. Basically said it's not his fault people fell for it.
Wow.
Oof.
Yeah, but he's also the same guy who was like, I have cancer and everything. Like,
oh yeah, that
guy.
Liar. I forgot about that guy.
She's gonna be a lolcal by the time it's all said and done. That's why I
said,
yeah.
Isn't that like an actual thing anyway? That there are locale queens now? Isn't that a thing? I could have sworn I saw something like that on Twitter.
Joey says the Hawk Tuah girl is a perfect example of why we shouldn't make stupid people famous. She's just a puppet of greedy investors. She's being exploited. And now she's going to get graped in jail.
Ew, don't say that. Whoa. Nobody deserves that. True. Nobody does.
Matthew says, this is so interesting. It's funny how at the same time this was happening, there's a possibility that OnlyFans might be a front for laundering money. Have any of you heard about that story yet? No, I've not heard about how OnlyFans would be a funnel for laundering money. But thank you, Matthew. Ian came in with a 25-pound super chat. Says, greed all around, scammers and victims alike. Thank you, Ian. Appreciate that massive support today, my man. Accident Seller came in with the 200 Norwegian krones. Says, full article. The plaintiff alleges that Mattel didn't offer a refund and believes the mother suffered, quote, emotional distress and a tickle in the groin from the misprint, and she explored the site thoroughly to prepare for the case. Of course, yeah, that's right. Sorry, honey, I gotta look a little more.
Tickle in the groin, huh?
Is that what they're calling it now?
Yeah. Is that what the youth call it?
You got that tickle of the groin? Gross.
There's a Rumble rant that has Arnold quotes, and I figured like Craig should do his Arnold impression for it.
Sure.
From Jared Haynes. Yeah.
Yep. He says, here are my two favorite Arnold quotes. Consider that a divorce and you're fired. And since we're going out, and since we found out he's going to be in Secret Level, will this be enough to get Blabs interested in his movies?
No.
Oh, okay. That's a damn shame. Do you guys know that one? That quote? Consider this a divorce and you're fired. I don't remember that one. What was that one?
Total Recall was...
I was going to say, isn't that Total Recall?
Total Recall was consider that the divorce.
Yeah.
And you're fired.
I'm not you.
Norm came in and says, if Boogie and Hawk Girl made a meme coin, reality would explode or would implode. Thanks, Norm. Appreciate that. And Benj then, with great regret, says, I heard of Bitcoin when it started. Didn't invest. Marksman says, Valiant Renegade screenshot an 18-plus homepage. Good for Valiant. And Marksman says, Wicked site changed homepage when they heard. Oh, okay. Gusium says, Battle Royale was a book.
That's what I'm saying. They probably changed it.
Yeah.
Gusium says, Battle Royale was a book turned into a movie, and later the title was used to name the game genre. It was the term Battle Royale. That's where the term Battle Royale comes from. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. And Tater Teat says, ironically, Googling the Wicked website, it does have some Wicked movies. Thank you, Tater Teats.
Wow.
Daniel says, disagree with Blabs. Some folks deserve grape in jail.
Only if they're absolutely vile humans, like PDF files and all that stuff. Otherwise, no. No.
Well, see, he said some
PDF
people.
files go feet first in a wood chipper.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Toss them on in. Delta says, I owned Ethereum back in the day, pulled out in 2021 when Biden and his team were talking about taxing it and unrealized interest gains. Got myself a used car, and I still drive now. Also, this Hawk Tuah girl sounds like a femme boogie when she swears. Thanks, Delta. And Steven went in and picked up the MGGA white hat and 2 other pieces of merch. Steven, thank you so much for picking up that merch over there, including the wonderful Normal Man shirt that Logan is wearing down below.
And Craig before he changed, which I thought it was funny that like usually
it kind of was.
Listen, usually it's women who are like, we can't be wearing the same thing. No one of us has to change. But this time it was Craig who was like, absolutely not. I'm going to change first. Yeah. And he's muted too, so he's miming.
I was shocked and horrid. It was horrendous when I saw Logan.
I wouldn't mind matching. I was like, hey.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why you changed, Craig. It would have been like really adorable.
Would have been so embarrassing.
Wow, because you're ashamed to match me. I see how it is.
Yes. ADF Toxic says, I don't know. Web Archive showed the 18+ warning for Wicked Corn site at least all the way back to August 2023. Thanks for doing all the research there, ADF Toxic. Appreciate it.
Lots of research.
Let's talk video games real quick before we unmuzzle Blabs. All right. I have an incredible affinity for a lot of classic games. And one series in particular, I understand that it is not a major franchise now, and it hasn't been for legitimately 30 years. Now, there have been some outliers that have been really good, but for the most part, Contra is a product of its time.
Have you not played Operation Galuga?
That's the outlier. Okay.
Oof,
so Operation, it is good, but most Contra games have not been very good for the last really like 30 years or so. Right.
Contra 4 was pretty good though.
You're right. Contra 4. Yes. Contra 4 was very good.
Yeah.
But do you recall back in the day, maybe a decade or so, Konami announced that there was going to be a new Contra. They ended their E3 press conference with like the Fire Sea opening up, and then we just never heard about it. And it was like, oh God. Anyways, Contra is seeing a jump into the world of virtual reality. A game, I'm not a huge VR guy, but apparently they're doing a crossover with a VR hero shooter called X8. First and foremost, are you guys fans of virtual reality games?
Not really.
I had a PSVR, and that was about it. Oh, and the Oculus, the 2 or something like that. I think we still have it, but we haven't used it in like 2 years.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's making the jump to VR in this crossover event with this game called X8 or 8X. Yeah, there you go. So there's actually a trailer for this, and if you scroll down, you can see various screenshots and stuff. They have like a top group, and you're shooting at it looks like the kind of sort of like the old classic first level boss or second level boss for the old Super Nintendo. So
could this game be played without VR?
I don't believe so. This is like I said, a crossover event in X8. But there's a trailer for it. I figured we could check it out and get y'all's impressions of it. 38 seconds long.
It's now or never. Tearing up the battlefield, just like old times, eh? Cavalry's here to kick some butt. This never gets old. Let's attack aggressively.
That was lame. Let's attack
Honestly,
aggressively.
It looks like shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks terrible.
Yeah, no.
It graphically looks off.
Yeah, it looks
Wasn't
very
the whole point of
clunky.
VR to make you feel like you're there.
Oof.
So no interest on that?
No.
No. What about you?
I'll go back to Galuga.
Yeah, I don't think this is a game that needs to be made in VR.
Didn't even have the music that
It did have it did have some Contra music, but not the music that you're speaking of.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think it necessarily needs to happen. And Contra is not it's not a VR game. Like give me like Mike Tyson's Punch Out in VR. Okay. You know?
Yeah, that would make more sense.
Contra, not really something I need to see.
It's not really for third person. It's more for like
side scroller.
Side scroller.
Ha.
Aha. So it's called Super Wall Storm. And I guess it's like a mini game that's in this game X8. So.
I think I go with Frosty. Where's the soul? It did look pretty soulless.
Yeah.
Where is the
empty.
soul? All right, Blabs, you ready to take off your muzzle?
I mean, I'm just sad.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Let's talk about this.
No. We got to hear this.
And here we go.
Okay. So if you didn't see the news yesterday, as somebody who is aware of Harry Potter from the outside looking in, I saw this news and I thought, Blabs is probably on some sort of mental health watch right now.
As soon as I read that, first thing is like, Blabs.
Yep. And that is apparently for the new Harry Potter TV show that's going to be on HBO. They're interested in potentially casting British actor Papa Isidu.
Yeah,
play
I don't know how to say his name.
That guy.
Okay.
This man.
As Professor Snape.
Why?
So there's that.
That's just a troll. I mean, that's on purpose. Like
Yeah.
they're like
Blatant.
they didn't even try.
Blabs?
Yeah. So, actually, I'm just gonna share my screen because there's a lot to this. So, this is a sketch from J.K. Rowling herself from the 90s, describing Snape. And she basically compares him to like a vampire or a little Count Dracula-ish. And he is described in the books as a thin man with sallow skin, a large hooked nose, and yellow uneven teeth. He had shoulder-length greasy black hair, which framed his face in curtains, curling lips, and dark penetrating eyes that resembled tunnels. So where the fuck in that description do you see that man that they want to cast as Severus Snape? You don't, because it's just a
Definitely.
DEI hiring. No, don't try trolling me here. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Like basic. Supposed to have a hooked nose and everything. Yes, Craig.
So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the lady who's, what's her name? J.K. Rowling?
Rolling.
J.K. Rowling down the river. Isn't
Yes.
she a part of this now?
Keep rolling.
Yeah, so she's executive producing it.
Okay, so she has final say on everything that happens in the show.
Yes. Well, we don't know how much a final say she has.
No, the executive producer has final say on the show.
I don't know if she's co-executive producer. I can't remember. But
It's her fucking franchise.
yeah, that doesn't matter.
Like, she's the executive producer on something that she made.
Yeah, so she
has final
say
say on
yes
this.
or no on this.
And they haven't even
100%.
cast Harry Potter yet.
Or they have and they haven't announced it yet. So my guess is that they put this out as a little test to see how it would go. and how it would react, or they're just trying to stir the pot and someone just put this out there from like this guy's agent or someone at Warner Brothers put this out there just to see what would happen, what the fan reaction would be, some sort of test here. It's really weird that the first person that they would be like, oh yeah, they're offering this guy the part, because we had a leak a couple weeks ago for Dumbledore, but they stated we did not offer him the part. This is just like, yeah, we're interested in this guy, but we haven't offered it to him yet. This is the first time they're saying we have offered the part. And this, again, is a rumor. It's not confirmed, guys. So before we completely freak out, and I want to emphasize, this is a rumor. We have no 100% certainty. J.K. Rowling has not said anything either, but she probably wouldn't say anything either because she's probably NDA'd, and it would be like Warner Brothers announcing the casting first before she does, I'm assuming. So, yeah.
So, okay, you would think that. And you're talking about this character itself, right? I don't care about this stuff. Like if the executive producer says, "Hey, this is what I want," then it is what it is. Then you honor the lady in her vision, right? But here's the issue with this, and this was put in the doc. Good job on this. Apparently, Snape was based off her chemistry teacher.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yes.
This is what he looked like.
Yeah, so that's what he looked like in his like later years. But when he's younger, and that's another link, there he is on the right. That's what he looked like. So she has stated in the fact that she based him off of her teacher, but not in the fact that he was an absolute piece of shit. He was just strict, but like she got her ideas. And this isn't just Snape, right? A lot of characters from Harry Potter are from people she met in real life. Including like the night bus conductor and another one for the night bus, like characters like that. Hermione was based off of herself, so no way was she thinking she was some black woman in the 90s. It's all bullshit. PR stunt from 2016. But I also want to point out, like, so J.K. Rowling is left-leaning. We all know that. But she's not insanely left-leaning. She's definitely left-leaning, but not. She's not like she's not like Disney acolyte type left-leaning. And also she's had since 2016 when she was out there like shitting on Trump and shitting on PewDiePie and all that stuff. She has since been like a huge topic of the entire world in 2020, right? She's been canceled, death threats, grape threats, everything else that's kind of changed her perspective on a lot of stuff. And we've even seen it in her tweets, like since the election, when she's like, well, I'm not surprised that, Trump won. She basically said that stuff. He's like, you guys went so far left that even me, a lefty, I can't agree with you anymore. So all these things are like, well, maybe she's not going to do this. But again, at the end of the day, we know nothing. So, yeah.
Okay. Yes, breaking news, Blabs. Actually, breaking news. We actually have a casting of Harry Potter. I don't know. I don't know if you've seen this, but we have the actor pulled up right here. There he is, the new Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's very insulting. Because just swapping like the race of any character that's existing is just insulting. And if this was like some new IP, sure, whatever. We don't know anything. You don't have the description. But this character has been printed on covers of books since 1997 when the first one was released in the UK. He's been in movies, like every type of media. Snape has existed, right? So it's not you can just go and race swap, because if lore doesn't matter, then nothing matters at all. And you can just go and change the entire story of Harry Potter, including Horcruxes, the houses of Gryffindor, everything, and nothing matters because you're just changing anything to fit your agenda. So yeah, this is where I'm at.
When changes are made like this, I'm always fascinated to see how it equates to merchandise and specifically like theme parks and stuff, because specifically when it comes to Disney, you do not see any of the new princesses, right? The modern audiences, it's always the cartoons. Mm-hmm. It's always the cartoons. Logan,
well, have you been to a Disney park lately?
No.
So in certain stores, like if you go into Epcot, as soon as you go like to split for the World Showcases, there's a big store there. That's the only place I've ever seen the Black Ariel. And then it's right next to original redhead Ariel.
Right.
So otherwise, if you try to find anything else anywhere, you don't see it. So that's the only place at Disney where you see it. And the only reason I know that is because I was there a few weeks ago.
Wow. Well, that's That's I had the opportunity to go to Disney, but I rejected that shit to half court like Dikembe Mutombo. I really felt fine about it. Honestly, felt fine. It was not something I was totally on board with.
Ain't missing anything.
Yeah. Well, Blabs, will you be? I mean, let's say this is confirmed true.
Well, fuck this entire show then.
Wow. Okay, there we go.
Tell us how you really feel.
Listen, fuck this show because you're going out stating that this is going to be a huge book adaptation and very faithful to the books. Then you go and do this shit. No, get fucked.
But you sound like me when I saw Masters of the Universe Revelation.
You sound like me when the 2007 Transformers movie came out.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. I did a giant panel stream, I don't know, a year or two ago with Gary, Garrett, and Ryan. And out of all of us, I was the least optimistic for this show. And you can ask them, they would be like, yeah, they were more optimistic than I was. And it's like, they're gonna do something to really fuck this thing up. And if they do this, then there's my answer. Yeah.
Well, there we are. All right, Blabs. Thanks for the heads up. Put your muzzle back on.
Okay.
Dark Luge says, Rolling disagrees on T issues. She's okay with DEI.
Yes and no, because trans issues is in DEI.
Norm says, I can't wait for the scene where we see James Potter bully Snape for being
racist.
Sparky says, not a Harry Potter fan at all, but they really hit us with the we was wizards and shit.
No, my favorite was I made a video yesterday and somebody commented on my channel saying, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince of Bel-Air.
Wow.
I thought that was hilarious.
Wow. And you know what's sad? You know what's really sad about this is that they immediately label you as an esteraphobe because you don't like the fact that this casting of an actor of a character that is specifically described in the book. It's like the Snow White casting.
Yep.
It's the same thing. They keep changing the casting of a character. Instead of trying to get the best actor for the role, they're getting the actor for their check marks that they have
their agenda,
and putting them and inserting them in. Instead of creating a new character that you can add to the lore, I mean, you think about it. When you watch, I'm just going to use this as an example. Whenever, you watch anime, when it's adapted from the manga, they'll add a filler arc with new characters, and those characters now have to play a part in when they get back to the actual manga of the story. And that's kind of the same thing here. When you're casting for a new role and you create a new character, you can have that new actor come in, play a new character, whatever, and they can be whatever race, color, creed, whatever, and they're added to the cast. It's kind of the same thing with I'm going to go as far back as Super Friends. What did they do with Super Friends? They created a whole bunch of new superheroes that are not in the comic books to try to add to the cast, to try to make more people. Why can't we do that now with any of this? We have to keep, okay, instead of casting for Snape to be who he was in the books, we have to change the character. Instead of having Snape and cast for Snape and then adding another character on top of that, you have to change Snape. Why?
Shouldn't that also be insulting to these actors getting a hand-me-down character?
Yeah, not only that, but I mean, Alan Rickman is dead. And this is an insult to him. It's kind of
breaking news.
Breaking news, guys. Alan died. It's kind of a blessing in disguise that he's not around to see all this, because he'd probably be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yep.
But the thing is, so if people don't read Harry Potter, then they'll just completely be unaware of this. But the cast is already extremely diverse in the books, right? You have 4, 5, 6 black characters already. You have 2 Indian girls. You have a Chinese, and that's just the main group that you always see. And then obviously Dumbledore was gay, and people are like, "Oh, well, they made him gay." Actually, no. There's interviews dating back from 2007, before Deathly Hallows was even released, the book, that was stating that she had intended to make him gay for this whole Grindelwald love story thing going on. But these characters already exist. You don't need to change anything. They're right there. Right there. It's like the whole thing with Percy Jackson stuff, where all the books were really diverse in their own, and Disney Plus was like, not enough. Everyone's black now. It's like, you can't do
The
that.
original Percy Jackson movie was actually pretty good. The new one just. Ugh.
Oh, the Disney show. So like the
Yeah.
movies are fun, but they're horrible adaptations. It's like these are everyone's cast wrong. They're like 6-7 years too old. Annabeth doesn't have the right hair, all that stuff. So yeah, no, I'm not for this. They're basically trying to make this like the modern era of Britain, but like it's supposed to be in the 90s, and the majority of people in the 90s were white. Sorry, not sorry.
I will say I went to the UK earlier this year, and I went to London. It's nothing that you see on TV, but if you go outside of London, it just looks like England. So,
as in like most people are just white.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because London, I went in, and it was weird because I went into a pub and I go, "Where are all the British people?"
Yeah.
And the guy just laughs. He's like, "You're gonna have to leave London."
Yeah, they all moved out.
Well, they've
because they
actually
were
pushed
hated.
them out of London. Apparently, like they now moved to a different section of England,
Mhm.
and by moving there, they're no longer. They're it's like London is no longer.
No, that's replacement.
Yeah.
Like I could count on one hand how many actual British people that were in London that were from London were there.
Yeah, none. So that's also a
was
huge
literally about 4 or
problem.
5.
So that's also like a huge problem. They're like, oh, we're casting based off of England. It's like, no, you're not. You're just doing all this shit for pandering. But it's fine. Oh yeah.
All right.
Happy
Well,
days.
speaking of replacement, we'll see what happens with Snape here for sure. This is going down on Twitter right now as the show is going on. A little bit of not really breaking news because we know this is coming, but Borderlands 4 is on the way, and Randy Pitchford 3 sucked. So Randy Pitchford over at Gearbox, obviously the guy behind the Borderlands movie as well. He put this tweet out, and this is just kind of funny to see as it's happening. It says, cooking up a new Borderlands 4 trailer, and it's badass as fuck. Latest render is knocking me out. I'm not supposed to talk about it yet, but I don't give a fuck. I'm freaking out, yo. How do you do, fellow kids?
Suck.
How do you do, children? And someone's like, hey, drop a thumbnail for it. So he put out this GIF. It's like, oh, okay, cool, neat. And I guess he saw blowback from talking about this. He said, so my phone is blowing up. I guess I wasn't supposed to share that. We have a trailer coming. My bad. Sorry. Not sorry. And Randy Pitchford is a nut. We know this. He's crazy Looney Tunes. But what I do appreciate is that he's like, look, what's done is done. I'm not deleting it. If you don't hear from me for a week, please call 911.
Wow.
So I do appreciate the non-apologetic, aspect of that. So that's good. You guys interested in anything from Borderlands anytime soon?
3 sucks, so probably not. And Tiny Tina's whatever thing was awful. What was that game? The one where she's like the D&D thing. What was that first person shooter?
I don't know.
Something Wonderland or whatnot. Tiny Tina's something Wonderland. It was shit. Sorry. Okay. It was ass trash.
Well, I can always give people props whenever they whenever crazy people do good things, and I do think it is cool to see him not back down and be like, look, I fucked up. Sorry. He's just like, it is what it is. Speaking of fucking up, Dragon Age: The Veilguard was released not too long ago, and we've talked about the sales of the game. And there's been reports that while this game initially had to sell, I think it was almost 7 million copies to break even. There were talks that their internal sales expectations were closer to 10 million copies. But the reality is a lot different, where apparently the sales figures are closer to only 1 million.
Oof.
So it has not performed very well. And the game director was recently interviewed. Oh, nice. Recently interviewed about this. And thanks to Fandom Pulse for this article, as the Dragon Age Veilguard game director evades questions about sales, saying getting the game made was a miracle. So this is the person. This is the Corrine Bush, if you recall, who Corinne Bush is, who looked totally different in 2020 compared to 2021.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I think it's funny that this person's last name is Bush.
That. So in an interview with Eurogamer, Bush was asked, how has the commercial response to the game been? I've seen stories about sales and they seem mixed, inconclusive. The game seems to be doing okay, but struggling to keep pace with Inquisition before it. Has it been a success from your point of view? How do you measure that? So Bush responded, says there's 3 axes we can measure by this. What the team was able to do and put together, the pride, ironically, that they the pride that they put in, that they can take in that. Every game that is made, especially in the AAA space, where you're talking hundreds of developers, timelines, is a miracle. That they execute at quality. Internally, we consider that a success. So pretty much they're saying we did the bare minimum. We got the game out. So that is a success.
Whose definition of quality?
Wow.
Well, and here's the other thing. Don't tell me that's a success when in like 3 months from now, they lay off half your studio because you couldn't support everybody.
And Mass Effect 4 gets canceled.
Yeah,
it's true.
We are very happy with the critical reception to the game. It's not common to have these challenging development cycles and have
critical reception.
Paid
critical.
We're happy with the critical reception to the game. It is not common to have these challenges developing cycles and have a team turn around and receive the critical reception that it did. In fact, in a lot of ways, that is the harder path to take. So yeah, we're quite proud of the critical reception. Once again, Access Media. And finally, unfortunately, on the sales side, that's not something we can really discuss. But of course,
shocker.
Yes, but of course, we all know with Inquisition that was a long burn to get over to get to those total sales numbers. So
total PR.
Yes.
Total PR.
Now you may be asking yourself, how is Dragon Age: The Veilguard doing right now? Which I'm sure you are. Logan, were you thinking that? Because I thought you were.
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, I was thinking that. And I'd like to introduce. Let's play the Price is Right game one more time. How many players are playing Dragon Age: The Veilguard right now? Keeping in mind, its all-time peak was 89,000 players. I thought it would actually peak out at 150,000 players, which for me that's where I was like, oh, this shit's not gonna work. Logan, your thought? Let's start with Roddy. You finished last time. Roddy, how many players are playing Dragon Age Veilguard right now? This is over a month since its release. It released October 31st, and it is now December 5th. So 2 months since its release, peaking at 89,000 players. Where are we at right now?
Gonna say 10,000.
Okay. Logan?
I'm lowballing this one, apparently. 1,100.
1,100. And Blabs, you can see it, can you?
4,000.
Okay. The answer is currently 9,276. So Blabs
That's more
wins.
than I expected.
Blabs wins because she was close without going over, but Roddy
That's
was close.
funny. I thought it actually said 4,000 in the small screen, but no, it says 9,000.
So it's
should have been $1.
yeah, $1. But that's where we're at right now with Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and you can't tell me that game is performing exceptionally well. And there's a reason why they don't want to talk about their sales numbers, because they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is one of these games I want to play out of morbid curiosity. You know, when you drive by an accident and you can't help but stare.
Rubbernecking, they call it.
Yeah, but look at that
Especially
price tag. It needs to be like
$10,
$20 at most. Yeah, I'm like, I can't do that.
Right. So there we are. All right. Well, let's keep on moving on. Oh, you know what? Let's get to this wonderful support here from Little Dutch. Let's go. Blabs, can you read that off for Roddy?
Yeah, hang on. I'm finding boobies. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay. So he says, "Hail, Rodimus Prime. Always refreshing to see a review from the Transformers collecting world, who is not a slave to the woke ideology. You are sadly a rarity in a crazy Transformers fan world that pretends normal men do not exist." Yeah, Extra Zero's been telling me all about the Transformers world. I don't know how you guys do it.
There's a lot of stuff to juggle. Pretty much you know, because Transformers constantly reboots itself, It's like you get to enjoy what you enjoy. There's some stuff over here you may not like. There's some stuff over here you like. And everybody either is complaining about it or trying to just enjoy their little corner of Transformers. And that's pretty much where
artistic.
And
that sounds a lot like the Ninja Turtles fandom.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles is kind of like that too, right? Where it just constantly is rebooting. Transformers has rebooted a lot more than Ninja Turtles has.
Wow.
But yeah, because like pretty much over the last 25 years, where you would say that it's been a constant reboot cycle, where they'll go 3 to 5 years and they'll reboot. You know, they had the comic
Turtles
book.
was like about a decade, every decade.
Yeah, they had a comic book that's from IDW that stopped their continuity around 2018. They went around for about a year or so, and now they've rebooted. And now Image Comics picked it up through the Skybound license, Skybound is publishing it through Image, and the comic book is fantastic. The cartoons are not doing so well. The Transformers 1 movie was actually very good. But then the toys, everybody is pretty much just what it is you're collecting the toys. So,
well, speaking of toys, that was not me. That was Blabs.
Coming from
speaking of
Harry
toys,
Potter
yes,
over there.
and
I know.
Ninja Turtles and crossing over. Yes, we can start doing some of that stuff, right?
Blabs over here be like, well, actually,
needs to
in
go
Harry
on this
Potter,
display.
Exactly.
All right,
I'm
so
a hypocrite.
listen, we've all established this. Everybody knows everybody's. If the sooner you know and you acknowledge that you're a giant hypocrite, and by you I mean everybody, the sooner your life gets better. Right? Just say. All right, Roddy, give us some show and tell. What do you have? By the way, we still got one more big story today.
On my desk, I've got Gigawatt, who transforms into the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Let's go.
You can see the flux capacitor on his
Gigawatt?
chest. He's made from the Sideswipe mold. You can see the DeLorean gull wings there.
Should be Gigawatt.
And all that stuff, which is really cool. I've got the Ghostbusters crossover transformer. Turns into the Ecto one. Even has the proton pack on his back, and that's really cool. And then there was the Ninja Turtles crossover that came out this year.
Let's go.
And you can actually swap out the heads so that you can like change out whatever Ninja Turtle that you want.
There's only one proper Ninja Turtle.
Weapons. And then you can even change out like what turtle letter for their belt, which is really awesome. And he turns into the turtle van. So
nice,
which is so cool. You can already see there the front of the turtle van, and then this one I just picked up. So I actually have it still. It's still in the box. It turns into Kit from Knight Rider. Is the new Agent Knight, and what's so cool about him? You can already see the wristwatch there. So that just like when he talked on the on the show to Kit, but then
let's go.
He has a couple of different phrases that he talks, and
you're sure this is the right way? Very well.
Does it play the stuff?
Knight Industry 2000's microprocessor, KITT for easy reference. Kit if you prefer.
Yeah, we definitely need to play the nerd thing. Yeah.
So yeah, I just went through all the phrases. It's just like like when I first put the batteries in this thing, I was just like, this is awesome, because I love Knight Rider growing up, like just as much as Transformers. And it's not the voice of Bill Daniels who voiced Kit. They actually just got somebody that sounds like him,
right?
And it would be cool if they do a second run of this toy as Car, with the gray on the sides, and then have the yellow lines, and have him like maybe even get Peter Cullen to voice Car. But then again, Car was voiced by someone else in the second episode that he appeared in.
This is too autistic.
I know.
I'm a bit of a nerd. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes down to it. But yes, I grew up watching that. Now they need to do Airwolf and the A-Team.
We probably need to muzzle Roddy at this point. We can't
do the same thing with Ninja Turtles and He-Man. I have a whole stack of figures that I just bought.
You can't overplay the nerd thing. Yeah, there you go. There's Jay just checking it out. That's good.
Look, Transformers.
That's good. Yeah, he's learning more.
That's a great. I'm telling you, that comic book is awesome.
Hey, Chris came in and says this is to the Unmuzzle Blabs Blams
Hello.
Fund. Hey,
Blams.
Matthian came in and says Borderlands is infected with Critical Role D&D disease. Another Anthony Birch, blame Anthony Birch, same as Veilguard. Yeah, you know, I knew Anthony way back in the day and his sister, and they were always quirky, but I didn't know they were insane. Benj then says, Corrine Bush presidency, please get newer on, by the way. Who is this? I'm not familiar with this person. Thanks, Benjamin. Rebound says, many words from Bush to say absolutely nothing. Yes. Taker says, can JK still call it defense against the dark acts, or does she have to rename it in defense against the diverse acts?
Exactly, the dark arts. And just think about it, like any type of like reaction and be like, oh well, you're just a racist. Lily rejected you, it's because you're black. It's like, ah, god damn.
We have Matthian came back, says, I still want a TV adaptation of Warhammer, Go Trek, and Felix books. But at the same time, I'm glad that they haven't discovered them. If you have not read them, check them out. At the end, thank you very much.
Just one more nerd thing.
Oh, please.
One more nerd thing.
Yes.
This guy is named Tiger Hawk. I can picture this being turned into a hippogriff and really making Blabs happy when it comes down to Harry Potter crossovers. So.
Thanks, man.
Blabs, if it makes you happy, I just went and bought at Universal a couple weeks ago my wand. I finally have a wand.
Which one did you get?
Fuck if I know.
Okay, never mind. Great conversation. Which one did you get? I don't know.
It was the one with Dragon Heart and something. It was basically the one that I used in the game.
Oh, okay.
So if you want, I could grab it, but it's on the other side of the house.
What the hell is she talking about?
You know what's happening. All right, let's go and finish up. Guys, we do see every single one of your super chats, rumble rants, and direct donations. We're going to read every one of them in just a minute, but I wanted to get to a palate cleanser today after talking about all this insanity and show you guys a game that I am legitimately very much looking forward to.
I hope this is a game I think you're talking about.
Well, I don't know. Probably not. This is okay. I love games where you put a lot of people in an area and you have them fight against other people in an area. Like those big, I don't even know what that genre of game is called, where you can like, what's that?
Deathmatch?
No, it's not really a deathmatch. It's like you say, I want 50 elephants versus 25 tigers. And then you put them on screen and they just kind of fight and you know what I mean?
Like that game, something... historically accurate battle simulator, something like that. That was nuts.
That game's fun, right? Yeah. Historically accurate battle simulator is just like, it's such a great time waster. Blabs, you would be great. You would love that game.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
But there's somebody who is making a game called Kingmakers. And this game looks so much fun to me. The entire idea of it is you're bringing guns to a sword fight. So, oh, you know this one, Logan?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, excellent. Check out the trailer for this, where you are in, I'm guessing, ancient England, except you have guns and everybody else does not.
Dynasty Warriors with guns.
Yes. Let's check this out.
Yes!
It's just fucking running over horses and shit.
Dude, this is my kind of game.
Yes, this looks awesome. Running fucking horses, just random horses getting hit over here. We gotta
I'd save the horses though. I would totally go around them.
You gotta fucking. These damn knights just running along, just trying to get to where the trough, and it just gets taken out by this futuristic thing with 4 wheels. They're still trying to figure out what
the latest trailer.
I don't. This is just gameplay that was featured on X, but
dude, I love it.
Here we go. Here's more.
Hell yeah!
Yes, that's the.
I love the sound of
Where
the
does he get the ammo from?
Oh my god! Did you hear that?
It's like screw you all, carpet bomb.
This like the fucking. There's a plane that flies in over ancient England over here dropping fucking bombs.
I love it. Dude, I love how it uses ammo.
Like that.
That is too good.
We need to learn. We need to learn about this game. Kingmakers is what it's called.
I'm down.
It's going to be very early access in Q1. And it says, go back in time. This is courtesy of Niche Gamer. It says, go back in time to a war-torn medieval era with a vast arsenal of modern weapons, change the course of history, and save the future in this epic action strategy sandbox. Build your kingdom, grab a gun, and lead an army of thousands in a massive real-time simulated battle, solo or co-op. Blabs, I think we found our game.
No, I'm literally looking for it on Steam right now to wishlist.
Oh, it's not coming to console?
Oh no, I think it's just a PC thing. Yeah.
Look at that! Add to wish list. There it is.
There you
Dude,
go.
This looks amazing.
Yes. So look, I like to deliver you guys and let you guys know about games you need to know about. Squirrel with a Gun, right? That did fine, I guess. Kingmakers, another game to keep on. This is spectacular.
And the
500
Secret
years.
Agent one.
And they say Side Scrollers isn't a gaming podcast.
Yeah, what a bunch of fucking idiots.
Dude, this and like the Secret Agent. So there.
So there.
So there. I mean,
God damn it! God damn it! I want a name with the $10 says in Arnold accent. Stick around. After throwing a knife through a guy's chest, pinning him to a log.
Yep. Stick around.
Also, Roddy, riddle me this. What killed the dinosaur? Oh, I guess here you go.
What killed the dinosaurs?
Answer only.
Ice Age.
Okay, I was gonna say answer only in Arnold's voice. Go ahead one more time.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Thank you for that, Roddy. Appreciate that. We can all die after hearing that. That's good. Ian says,
fight dish best served cold.
Fight armies of starving children as you play as the hero. Wait, what? That's got to be, if that's a talking point in the game, I'm literally going to buy it right now. 'Cause that sounds hilarious. Oh my God, how great is that? Thank you for that wonderful support. Tech Support Gaming says, Roddy, how do you feel about the Team Knight Rider 97 through 98 and the Knight Rider reboot from 2008?
Team Knight Rider, but the 2000 but I did see the 2000 movie, and that was not so great. And then the 2000 TV show was like kind of boring. They could have done a lot more. They were trying to be a little bit overly serious, and they went a little overboard by almost turning him into a transformer. It was literally a Ford commercial. Like, oh, he's a Ford Mustang instead of being a Pontiac Trans Am. Then he turns into a pickup truck. Then he turns into this. I was like, nah, you could jump the shark there.
Yeah, nobody likes Ford anyway.
All right. As in case it says, Blabs is getting the Transformer Harry Potter one. Yeah.
That's why when I saw that super chat, that's the reason I brought Tiger Hawk out.
Thank you, Khalid. Thank you, Rolando. And A came back says, my sister feels just as strongly about Percy Jackson movies, Blabs.
Shit.
Market Reality says the new Harry Potter show compared to the Harry Potter movies looks like the Rings of Power compared to the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Why is it that the Harry Potter movies and the Lord of the Rings movies did so well? Because they stayed true to the source material. What a wild revelation.
Did you guys hear about Viggo Mortensen coming back for that, what was it, the
Gollum movie?
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming back for that?
I just read it today on X. Yeah.
I have no hopes. I'll be honest.
Bushin Ryukat says, I need everyone to buy Power Rangers Rita's Rewind.
I will buy it for every console and every platform, one copy for everything.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
That's me.
Shredder's Revenge was great.
I
haven't played the
every
G.I.
version
one.
of that game.
Dark Lelouch says
Power Rangers one looks interesting.
Oh, sorry. Tua Token and Boogie Bucks are a missed marketing opportunity. That said, beans, bullets, and bandages have a value all their own. That's true. Thank you. Accident Seller came back, says, yo, what up? Go ahead, Blabs, you can read that.
Yo, what up, Dumbledore, my doggy dog. I'm Snape, aka the Half-Blood Fresh Prince, the motherfucking Philosopher's Stone, my brother, yo!
Love it. If you guys would like Blabs,
that better be clipped.
If you'd like Blabs to read Ebonics If we could just have an entire Ebonics super chat session right now. I'm just saying.
Dictionary as read by Blabs. Oh my God.
That would be a great way to spend 20 minutes or so. I'm just throwing it out there. If anybody wants to, super chat and stuff. Nathan says
on audiobook.
I got a commercial. The Blabs Ebonics book.
Double dog.
Oh, God. Nathan
I thought I was white.
Yes, Blabs is the whitest of us all.
And you said that he needed to be like good for the show.
Love it. Yo, let me spit on this. Said the Hawk Tuah girl.
Yeah, I won't be saying that one. That one's only Craig. He can say that.
Yo, that's straight fire, yo. Nathan says J.K. Rowling is a rarity as she's consistent in her beliefs as a man-hating feminist.
She's not a man-hating feminist. She just women's safe spaces. That's it.
And Falstaff came back, says if Hollywood stays true to form, they'll race swap the Weasleys because gingers need to be darker.
Not because then you're having an entire black family living on poverty. Racist.
Thank you, Blabs. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Now we know. Well, maybe we can have Blabs Ebonics Day sooner than later, and that'll really piss people off when we do that. But
the Christmas special.
Yes. But I'll say the day before we go on break, we're going to be going on a week-long Christmas break, the 23rd through the 27th. And I mentioned maybe I'm going to schedule in there a day to do my 2 games that I play every year. I play Mario World all the way through, and I play Super Castlevania 4 all the way through. But the last day before we go on that break is going to be Friday the 20th. And on that day, we're having like a big who-dad fun party time, right, Blabs?
Yes.
Yeah, we're having a bunch of people there, and maybe that'll be a good day to have Blabs.
Whoa, where are we going, Craig?
Black Blabs do her super chat right there.
Yo. Blackette.
You can't say black. What?
Yeah, we will have fraud on that Friday, so we'll be okay. We'll be safe.
He gave you the card, right?
Exactly. I have the N-word pass.
Listen, I've been given the N-word pass many, many times, and I still just hold them in my back pocket for that one time. And I'll be like, see, look, there. Bush and Ryukat says, for Roddy, Street Hawk or Greatest American Hero? I don't even know what is going on here.
There are 2 different TV shows. Street Hawk it was like pretty much like Knight Rider was the sentient car, and then Airwolf was like the super helicopter, and then Street Hawk was basically like a super motorcycle. Greatest American Hero was like, made his own costume and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of neat. And I don't know, it's kind of a hard.
Yeah,
I was more of a Knight Rider Airwolf guy, so it's kind of hard to say between those two other shows. Like, yeah, they were on there, yeah, they were okay, and
Just saying, Craig, but when you were away, I hit up Razor Fist and I was like, hey man, have you ever thought about being like wearing a do-rag, and we can call you Do-Rag Fist? And he left me on red, but then we talked about it on a live stream. So like, I could totally be like Do-Rag Blabs, and you can be like Do-Rag Fist.
Or we can
Tuesday.
call you Prison Blabs.
That's right, and you're all my bitches.
I'm just saying, if somebody wants to do an AI version of Blabs with a do-rag on, that'd be great, for sure. There you go. Here, Blabs.
You see me rolling, they roll and go.
Wow. Thank you, Accent Stellar. Appreciate that. All right.
Fabulous.
Let's get out of here, guys. Please, Logan, tell everybody where they can find you, my friend.
Red Bandana Gaming on YouTube right here. Hit subscribe, watch all my videos. That's great. And then follow me on X at RGB_retro. I think that's what I am. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Red Bandana Gaming on Instagram. That's it.
Look at that over there with the sweet 12,000 subscribers. Look at you growing. Look at you, Logan. Congratulations,
okay.
man.
I'm at 12.3 now. Sweet.
Let's go. Congratulations. Roddy, where can
you can find me here on YouTube, of course, at, of course, Rodimus Primal. I'm also on X at Rodimus Primal as well. On Instagram and on Facebook, it's Rodimus Primal Show. And yeah, that's where you can find me. But so
There you go. Right there.
Yeah, their links are in the description below. Chat.
Listen, Transformer discussions. That's what it says right there. Look at it.
Yep.
Right there. It's good stuff. And trust me, Roddy knows his shit.
Yeah.
I would say.
I go a little bit overboard on the nerdy stuff sometimes.
That's great, man. There's a market for it. It's wonderful. Yep. All right. We got a video coming up at 2:00 today, guys, in less than an hour. I actually released it over on X, but you'll find it over here on YouTube if you don't want to wait that long, or if you want to wait that long. It's just a letter to Ubisoft, and I encourage you guys to watch it. It's about 3 minutes long, and it's just I think I'm going to be doing more and more of these letters as they go. They're fun to write. And, so if there's anybody that you think that I should be writing letters to on behalf of the gaming community, then please let me know and post them down in the comments.
You should be writing a letter to you, Craig. You need to play Chrono Trigger.
You should definitely do that. Write me a letter. See how that works out. I haven't
played Chrono Trigger either, so.
Roddy, guess what? Roddy, you know what I'm going to do with that letter?
Burn it.
Throw it in the trash. Oh, no, it's funny. Maybe one day. As soon as Blabs starts watching Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Never.
Oh, okay.
Total Recall.
Sorry about that, Roddy. I guess it's never going to happen. All right, let's get out of here, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. I want you guys to have a great rest of your day. Once again, we got several videos going up on the channel throughout the afternoon. Big day of programming planned for you guys. With that said, head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com. Become a member over there. You support us in this big show. We got a bunch of big stuff planned for 2025, so we greatly appreciate your support over there. We plan on doing post shows and things like that as we tinker on in to the new year. So with that said, have a great rest of your day, and remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.